If it's going to rain, you can't go anywhere with this. I mean, you do not go camping when it's raining, okay? You leave it home, just like Raymond said. You buy one of those Quonset hut. When it's not nice that weekend, you stay home and you leave it on the cover, because if it's going to rain, you can't go anywhere with this. I mean, you know it's leaking, so you keep it and you shut up and you keep your rig for the next 10 years, because every time it's going to rain, people are going to come back to you.
It's RV inspection day, and today we are inspecting this Montana High Country 331 RL. Now, we don't know what we're going to find, and you don't know what we're going to find, and our customer's hoping nothing. But we'll keep you updated at lunch and at the end of the day. And just to tell you where we are in Buchanan, Virginia. So let's talk about my first glimpse. So coming in here, it really smells new, it looks bright and light, and I'm really excited to start my day. You know, it's kind of funny. Our customer, when he hired us, said, well, this dealership said that they'll accept inspectors, but you gotta bring your own electric and water. So we packed our jugs of water today, and no, I'm kidding, we did not. You know what the customer did? He called them back and he said, you know what? If my inspector can't go there and use your electric and water, deal's over. I'm out of here. Well, guess what? They called him the next day, and lo and behold, they said, we would love your inspector to come here. It's a brand new unit. They won't find anything. So here we are, ready to start our day and keep you updated on what we find. So stick around.
All right, first glimpse. I've been walking around this unit and it looks pretty damn good. I'm kind of surprised, excited, so that will be good. As you may have heard, we're at the famous, worldwide known CW. That's you. This is your unit. You're inquiring about this and you want to buy this. And the first thing that this outfit is going to tell you, no, we don't accept inspectors, and if you do, they bring their own power and their own water. Well, we're close to that, because this is a 50 amp unit and we're actually plugged in 30 amp and there's no water. So it's typical of camping world or whoever. It's like they try to show that they're really nice, but this is your unit. This is your decision. If somebody tells you, no, we don't accept inspectors here, because, well, first of all, they'll admit to you. The problem with inspectors is that they find things. They find things. That should give you a bell right there to wake up to what's going on and how they're doing this. Do some research. I hate for you to be the next sucker and being caught into all those things that you need to buy, extra stuff. And by the way, I just learned something not too long ago. When they offer you an interest rate, let's say of 12%, but if you buy these extended packages, we can bring it down to 9%. It becomes free. If they use those tactics, by the way, you can tell them point blank, this is illegal. They cannot do this. So just remember that when you go shopping. And the other thing about this, when you want to have it ready and somebody tells you that, no, an inspector can come, but they got to bring their own water and their own electricity, see ya, nice talking to you, and go. Seriously, when that customer called us, that was the big deal. And that's what he told us. This is what happened. He already had 2 rigs that came here that the dealer called him and said, well, you can't get this one because we already found a water leak. 2 different units. This one left from Manassas, Virginia, and made it here for this particular customer. Whatever, let's figure out what we're gonna do, and let's try to see if we're gonna make it to lunchtime. But I think so. It kind of looks good. I don't even know if it's 10 o'clock yet. It's frustrating. You don't have a clue, and it's sad. All right, first of all, we already checked, and this unit hasn't been de-winterized. So there's still some of that pink stuff. So the system hasn't been flushed. So I said, okay, well, I don't have water, as you saw earlier. They didn't hook us in, but I just checked, and there's water in the tank. All right, well, our pump's not working. We haven't used water. We've been here for, I don't know, an hour and a half now. So I'm outside, underneath this slide out on the curb side. The corner over there is where I get water hose, propane hose underneath the floor, coming into the floor. For me, I touch everything. These fingers touch everything. So I touch the floor. I look at I don't know what it's going to do. Okay, it doesn't sound good. So I use this, I got no reading out there. That's the problem sometimes when I don't have humidity. So I come inside and I'm trying to find a way to get in this corner because this floor for me looks soft in that corner, but there's no water there. So the water will go somewhere in the sink. The propane will go to the stove. Okay, that's all good. As Lola is taking her pictures, touching her stuff and her window stuff, her cabinet, she's taking her regular, she's looking at everything, she's touching everything. So I just happened to catch it quicker than her because I had this outside that brought me inside. As I came in here, whoa, okay, I see even more as we're talking. So just look at how bowed this is. This is already started. You see that water down there? So this is water that goes all the way to the fridge. Even at the fridge, look at this puddle. So it's been there for a while. It's nothing new. So, and we don't know of rain yet. So even the carpet, the edge of the carpet right here, you can see it. It's soaked because we just opened it. How did the water get in here? I don't know, but let's just take a look. So as I open this door, which was my guide, I see water everywhere here. You can see the water. And now I'm looking at my walls. Oh no, my walls have been sucking water. So if I took my moisture meter, for people who don't know my moisture meter yet, here's what we have. So this is just the base of the wall. So you know what that means. That means that there's water, and I don't need to specify it. You see it. Even here in this frame, you can see the water is already in the frame. So it's in the woodwork. It already bowed this little trim. And here, well, it's the same thing. You got water puddling down there. You can see it running down there. So whatever happens, wherever the water comes from, I don't know, but let's go over there. So as I found this, which is probably the remedy of my problem in the back corner, because you can see the water going all the way to the corner. So somehow it goes over there. Then Laurel lifts this up. This is soaking wet. Well, you can see it's dripping right there. So see the water dripping. Oh, isn't that one of those corners? They didn't glue that one compared to the XLR Nitro. Huh. So this is all soaked. So this water, how did this carpet get wet when the slide out is actually in when they're traveling? So even if you tell me that, well, it was raining, so it came in. So far I've looked at those slide out, and those bulb seal all around the slide out are keeping this tight. So if this has to be tighter, it doesn't make sense. For me, oh, I can even see this being bowed. It already started to work. So water's already did its damage in here. So that's too bad, but yeah, and you can see it sinking in. And this just didn't started a couple of minutes ago since they laid this out. Yeah, we had pouring rain. Oh, there it is. Bae, you remember? It was pouring rain yesterday for about an hour. That's it, for an hour.
So
and we're done.
Every time you're in an RV, you have to deal with wetness?
You do not go camping when it's raining, okay? You leave it home, just like Raymond said.
Tarps.
You buy one of those Quonset hut. When it's not nice that weekend, you stay home. And you leave it on the cover, because if it's going to rain, you can't go anywhere with this. I mean, you know it's leaking, so you keep it, and you shut up, and you keep your rig for the next 10 years, because every time it's going to rain, people are going to come back to you. So if you still wonder why we do what we do, and for those people who say, oh, you guys should have a real job. Woo, if this is not a real job, go back to whatever you're doing, because there's definitely a jealousy there. Yes, I understand you can be jealous. I get it. We love what we do. We have passion for what we do. And we save people, one person at a time. That's our job. You're right, I'd be pissed too. I like doing what I do and I'm getting paid for it. Can you figure that out? And the people that hire us, they're excited, they're happy because they saved money. Wow, everybody wins on this. Just for the pleasure, I'm gonna go on top, try to figure out where, because I already did this corner up here because I thought maybe there's a trim, there's something that allows the water to come in. I can't figure this one yet. But now we're gonna disappoint our customer again, or he's gonna tell us, you know what, no, continue. I built a Quonset hut and I'm staying home when it's raining. So let's go see what I can find or what he's gonna say. As you may know by now, we're not there to find the issue. I just like to find the issue because I'm able to explain it to a customer. And for me, it's knowledge, and for you too. Meaning, I'm looking at different things. Luckily, it rained again. Huh, welcome to the Northeast. It's always raining. So that's an advantage. Arizona, Not so good because you can't find it. That's when you need a FLIR system to be able to know if there was humidity. That's another subject. Here I got a back window. And what I realized with this train of water going forward, it was poly park going slanted forward. Now they brought it like this. So now our water stopped underneath the fridge and it doesn't go any further. But every cabinet down here, they're all full of water. Where does it come from? We flip the back bed, and just to give you an idea, I think the culprit is probably the window. There must be a seal or something. I haven't even been on the roof, and I told Laurel, I have an impression that there might be a problem in this corner, so we flip this, and let's just check how much it's gonna read, just for the pleasure of it. So here, listen, that's normal, all right? And if I go towards there, all right, it's still not, whoops, all of a sudden, I got 50, 60. So, and if I touch it like this, for me, there's a big chance that this might be already gone. All right, so this is our little side cubby that we have somewhat of a reading. Jesus, yeah. So this is not good. All right, so let's give ourselves a chance and let's go to the floor. So we're going to be in the middle of the floor. We'll have 10%. So as we go back towards the same neighborhood, well, now we got 65. So you tell me, is that humid enough for you? Yeah, go back out. There's nothing. So you can tell me your humidity tester is not good, but I got news for you. Good luck with that new floor. Brand new unit, people. Just saying. The problem is there's already water in there. I know we're not in Florida. We're not in Louisiana. That water that's in there might dry. You might be good until the next weekend when it rains again. This is going to continue. So now, in your opinion, I've got this back wall. I've got this side wall. I've got my tracks underneath. Oh, and we were just looking at this just for pleasure, for amusing you. Here, I mean, this is soaking wet. So you tell me, you show me how this is convincing for you to say, yep, I'm buying this. This is nice, it's beautiful. And you know what? We've been here since this morning and we had this reaction. I've been around it outside, you've followed me. This is normal, this is beautiful. That's what we expected. But there's gonna be a manufacturing problem that I found that I would say might be the culprit. How? I still don't know. Also, just for this slide out, for the idea of this slide out. So this will show you how this here, there's a bulb seal. And here is your fascia from the slide out. If this fascia doesn't go far away enough, it doesn't seal here. Could it help? Could it be a culprit? Yes. We got the same problem with the front of this same slide out. It doesn't go all the way. So the bulb seal doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Where on the other side, it does. Did the culprit come from this side? No, it didn't. Because I see outside, I see the seal, everything is fine. So our problem comes from somewhere in the back. Now that it's spread throughout the camper on this slide out, I'm not supposed to tell you, but maybe it's time to find another 331RL or whatever model that you're looking for. There's other ones like this out there, and they're not all like this. Like Lola was saying this morning, it becomes discouraging for us to find stuff constantly. And it is constantly. People think that, but don't you have a nice one? It'd be nice to have a nice one. We'd like to. I thought this one was it today. And our customer was all excited too, but he says, no, you're going. I'm not taking a chance. He already went through 2 units that this outfit ordered for him and called them and said, don't come down here. It's already soaking wet. There's already water issue. Already. They know. They admit to it. This one, we happen to find it. The 2 other ones, we didn't even need to come here. So that's my point. And these are hard ones. So those are hard for the person who doesn't have much knowledge about what they're looking for or looking at. You know that we take this at heart and we try to find the issues, and that's another one of them. Now we're going to do the dreaded call and try to see where he's at, where he wants us to go. But I kind of know his personality. We've already talked about this, and it's probably going to be bingo, but let's see what he's going to say. So let's call him up right now.
So let's recap today's inspection. Since it's not even lunchtime, I'm going to start with all the positives. This is a beautiful floor plan. This is the 331 RL, but what I love the rustic barnboard feel here with the nice cream coloring. I don't know if it's cream or grayish, but everything is light in here and it just has a nice farm country feel to it. Even this island, it's just really solid and it has a beautiful decor on the front. I feel that this floor plan is nice and open and bright and light. It's just unfortunate that we found water in the back wall, the back floor, and the slide. It's kind of discouraging when you walk in here, you see everything looks beautiful and bright and new, and you're working for this customer who is going to be living in this full time. He's excited. He wants to know that everything is perfect or close to perfect. And then when you find water that's been sitting, making stains, a lot of wetness, and then we have to make that dreaded call. And we did make the dreaded call. And he was like, are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. We didn't just call, we Skype. We showed him everything. He saw it with his own eyes. So it's not like we leave it up to the imagination. Did they really find it or not? No, we show it to him. And he said, thank you, guys, you have saved me a ton of money and a ton of time. And I would have never seen this myself. And sadly, he said, I know somebody else is going to buy this because they're going to walk in and not see that either, because it is beautiful and it smells fresh and new and like sawdust, right? So in the comments below, let us know, would this be a bust or a buy for you? Let us also know, would you notice these things that we showed him today? I mean, Pierre's first glimpse was perfect on the outside. His batteries were fine. He even went up on the roof and that looked great. The outside walls looked great. He did have some dangling wires in the curbside slide out over the tire well, something that he was going to address. Not that that was going to prevent our customer from purchasing, but that was prior to finding the water intrusion. And remember, CW, Camping World, claimed this was going to be the perfect unit. It was brand spanking new. Don't worry about it. Bring your inspectors in. Their people have already checked it out. Everything was perfect. Your inspectors will find nothing. So let me ask you, do you think it's important to hire an inspector? In the comments below, let us know. Have you hired an inspector before? And do you think coming into your next purchase, you would hire an inspector? Just don't forget to do your research. Find the perfect inspector for you. As a matter of fact, I'll link some videos above. This will give you some great tips on how to hire the perfect inspector for you. So on that note, remember and do never forget.
It's not all about the destination. It's all about the journey.
If you enjoy our videos, we would love for you to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and give us a thumbs up. And don't forget, share it with your friends. And leave us a comment. If you don't know what to comment, just put C4BO, comment for Blue Ox.